What's up, guys? We're having a beautiful day, and I want to make this video because I see that there's quite a controversy and misunderstanding around the masculine and the feminine energies, about how things work, why they work that way, and the healthy and sometimes unhealthy patterns that we have. So today I want to talk about the masculine essence and a little bit about the history, the pathology, the challenges. My intention with this video is to inspire reflection and perhaps a bit more compassion towards the men in your life, and also perhaps a little bit of strength and a loving demand for a higher standard. So let's start. As cliche as it may sound, our masculinity starts with our relationship to our father, right? So our father is the most and first immediate form of masculine leadership that we have. Then he's the one that is archetypically expected to provide, to protect, and to lead the family container, right? Then we have the bigger father, which is society. In a way, society is supposed to do the same things that our father is, but a bigger scale. A society is supposed to protect its citizens, to provide, and to lead them to more wealth. And I don't speak only financially, but also energetically, emotionally, health. And then if we look in a very general or global way, then the bigger father comes to be the creator, God, um, that part of the creative energy, however you want to refer to it. And the disconnection from a man or a boy, starts when these structures and these relationships start to fail. If you look at it, our society is a society that most of us could argue has a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to truth, when it comes to healthy, conscious direction, when it comes to provision, especially towards those who are least favored. And same, we could all agree that because of a poor society and poor leadership, politicians, we distrust this whole system, or most people distrust it to a degree, with fair reasons, right? Then we have the impact that religion had. I was raised Catholic, and I hated religion. I hated that every Sunday I was forced to go to church to listen to a man talk about family and the life of a couple, and healthy integrity in living a family life. And this man was not even allowed to have a girlfriend. He did not have any child. He did not have to earn his own money in the normal way. He was preaching and people were donating, and he was making a very decent living out of this. No wife, no girlfriend, probably never had one. I don't know. No children for sure, that we knew about at least. So most of us also become distrustful of religion because we see the hypocrisy in it. We see that the preachers don't walk what they talk about. So because we have God linked, or most of us had God linked to religion, we start distrusting this fatherly figure. We also question, why is God a he? Why is not a she? We question, if there is a God, why are there so many negative things happening in our day-to-day life, in the world? So to set up some context, our relationship to the divine masculine, to the societal masculine, it's damaged inherently. And then we have our relationship to our father damaged in most of the cases, because nobody really taught our fathers how to do their job. They were raised in a different way, in a different time, with different expectations, with different limitations, different technology as well. So what they consider normal growing up has drastically changed. They are and were clueless in raising most of the men that are here today. That is, if you or the men were lucky enough to have a father in the years they were being raised, because we have also the normalization of divorce and couples splitting up. So we have a lot of men raised by women or by single parents. Some men are just abandoned. And here it starts with our first relationship and adoration towards toxic masculinity. Most of our fathers, for example, I was raised in Colombia, and my father, he's a great man, and he was working a lot as I was growing up. So what happens when the son is left at home to educate himself in a certain way? When the father just comes home to have dinner and sleep and chat a little bit, then who do we go to for guidance? Our friends at school, maybe some of our teachers, definitely the media, because the kids are left home watching TV, playing with the iPad, playing video games. And here it starts the disconnection from healthy masculinity. As a boy growing up, I was bombarded with toxic ideas of what being a man was. A man is he who is famous, who has big muscles, who has a lot of tattoos, who maybe is a bit of an asshole. Guy is the alpha guy, beating his chest and treating others poorly, and the loudest man in the room. Not the kindest, but the loudest, and definitely not the most conscious. We grow up to see rappers, rock stars, TV famous people, and we glorify them. We look at them and we think, wow, like their lives must be incredible. They must be really cool. They are great men. They have money, they have women, they have fame. People love them, and we chase that. We start adoring that. Those false gods, and then we hit puberty, we hit the early 20s, and we are completely disconnected from what being a quote unquote real man. Um, I think every man is a real man, but not every man is a conscious man. So we hit this place where we don't know how to relate healthily to anybody, and we're thought that the guy who gets it his way is glorified. The player is the cool dude. So what do? We start chasing that. We start repeating what we saw, because we do not know any better. Nobody raised us. Nobody educated us. And then for most men, this goes throughout their whole lives. They spent their whole life like chasing validation, chasing approval, whether in the form of money, muscles, women, career success, you name it. And it comes from this place. We are disconnected from our lives. We're disconnected from the healthy masculine, because we never had the reference of it, like we just had nowhere to see it, or maybe we had very short glimpses of what that would look like. So I invite you, if you're a man, to have compassion for yourself, because um, it was not your fault that you grew up in a society where toxic masculinity was adored and well rewarded. It was not your fault, perhaps, to grow with a weak father, or to grow up maybe with an overbearing, abusive father. Perhaps it was also not your fault to grow without a father completely. So I invite you to have compassion for that, because it's difficult for us to do something that we were never taught. If you're a woman, I invite you to have compassion towards the men that you see acting foolishly or acting unconsciously, because, well, I just share with you what most of us have gone through, and it's swimming upstream, is running uphill, is a big challenge for men to decide to wake up on their own. Now, I invite for compassion, but not for condoning, you know. So, men and women, yeah, we're not at fault for what happened. However, we are responsible for what we do with what happened. I cannot live my life mistreating women, disconnected from them, being toxic, being emotionally distant. I cannot live that way and blame it on what happened to me. It is not only stupid, but also useless, because what we want to create is very different, I'm assuming. So once we assume this responsibility, we stop blaming what happened, why it happened. We stop worrying about who's to blame, who's at fault. We come to terms with our past, and then we get to choose, okay, what about my future? This happened. This happened with my father. This has happened at a bigger level. Okay, we shake hands with that, and then where do I go from there? And then here's where a man starts to find himself truly. This is the point where we start to seek to become better men, when we have the opportunity to live life in a different way. And I will say not only opportunity, but also responsibility. It is fundamental that we as men change the way in which we are raised, and we become that kind of transformative bridge or link. It is important that we realize that those idols, those people we put on a pedestal, are not serving us. The messages they carry are not serving us. The never-ending quest for more women, more money, more achievements, more fame, it's not serving you. It's probably not allowing you to have the depth of connections that you would like to have. It's probably ruining a lot of these connections, because you always want more. You want more women, more power, more money, more freedom. But here's the funny thing, or maybe the sad thing, is that in your quest for more freedom, you do not realize how much of a slave you are to the desires you learned. In the quest for wanting to be free, you fail to see who you are, and you lose who you can be. Now, what can a man do when he's been toxic, when he has gone through the wrong path, and he's just coming to terms with wanting to change his direction in life? I think the first thing that he can do is spend some time in solitude. He needs to rediscover himself, absent from the judgment and expectations from everyone around him. We need to reconnect to that part of us that is innate, that is in our heart. This is the part that wants to lead consciously, that wants to live consciously, that wants to love openly, that wants to feel, nurture, care, protect. This is nature. If you look at other animals, you will see the lion is always taking care of its pride, and not its ego pride, but of the others. It is its nature. You will see across different species this happens. Nobody really teaches them you have to be a good lion, you have to care about those who you are in charge of protecting. No, it's it is life force flowing through them. But this cannot happen if we are blocking that. And we block it by filling our minds and ourselves with different ideas of what we think being a man is. Ideas that we learned, ideas that were imposed on us. So we must really reflect and make space for a detoxification. The detoxification of the toxic masculinity. It starts with a cleanse. That cleanse comes first of space, time. Go somewhere by yourself and reflect on what kind of life you have lived and what kind of values were you chasing, and ask yourself how many of these were consciously chosen and how many of these were imposed by somebody else, by trying to please other people, by trying to attract women, by trying to earn more money. How much of your life has been run chasing all these things? And once you've done that, then the second part of the detoxification starts with removing yourself from these spaces that have you slave to your desires, especially your toxic desires. So if you're watching a lot of TV and that has your attention consumed, I suggest you stop it. If you're playing a lot of video games and you just numb out for hours at a time, I suggest you stop that. If you're addicted to drinking, I suggest you stop it. If you're addicted to sex, then it's the same thing, because all these different mechanisms that we have, all these different ways of coping with reality we have found, are nothing but numbing. They are numbing in the sense that they keep you distracted and just happy enough so you keep chasing them. They give you a little bit of relief so you are dependent on them, but also they block you from feeling. Every addiction is not our attachment to something, but the disconnect from ourselves that comes from that attachment. So every time you see a man who is addicted to porn, to sex, to alcohol, maybe to partying, maybe women, maybe to work, maybe to working out, maybe to money, maybe to fame, you can have some compassion and see that underneath that there is a man who is scared to feel, who is scared to connect to that which is within, that which has been abandoned for a long, long time. And if you're a man who has been consumed by some of these, then I invite you to create for yourself your own rites of passage, something we have lost across time and across cultures. These rites of passage used to be very, very important because they designated the transition from boy to man, boyhood to manhood. And most of these, like the Vision Quest, for example, they had a time where the boy was casted out into nature, disconnected from everybody. And in this disconnection, in this isolation, in contact only with nature, very often without food, he had to find himself, and he had to come back to the tribe as a man, or not come back at all. And today we do not have this. We grow up and then we are kids, we're boys, we're teenagers, and then we don't know what we are. Then we're too old, and then sometimes we are still behaving like boys, because there was never a conscious way of reconnecting or understanding the different roles that we play in our family, in our society, and with ourselves as we grow up. As a conscious man, I invite you to create this space for yourself if you haven't yet. If you're a woman and you see that a man really needs this, then perhaps inspire him or share your heart with him. Do not tell him what to do, because then you're just mothering him and you're keeping him a boy. Every time a woman tells a man what to do, she's emasculating him, especially if he has not asked for her advice or for her suggestions. Every time you tell your man what to do, or your friends or boyfriends, you are behaving like a mother, and you get to choose whether you want to date a boy or you want to date a man. And a man has leadership. And that leadership comes from within. It is not leadership if you are telling him what to do. If you tell him to lead you, who is the leader? You know? So, as a woman, what you can do is you can inspire men by sharing your heart openly. Inspire men to go into this rite of passage, into this awakening to their conscious masculinity. And you can inspire that by sharing openly, truthfully, and vulnerably what is in your heart. You don't say, go and do this because you're a fucked up guy, you're a toxic guy. No, I think there's no use in that. He will just resent you, he will protect his ego and fight back, even if he knows that you are right. But what you can do is you can say, when you do this, I feel hurt. You let him see the pain that his lack of consciousness has on how you feel. You let him see the pain of his unconsciousness, the pain of his lack of care, of his lack of direction. You show that to him. And if this is a man who cares and who wants to change and to transform himself, that will break his heart. It will make him think, fuck, like I want to be a better man for this woman, and I will figure it out. So women, you lead by inspiration. And back to what I was talking about, we need to have this first detoxification from the general culture. That is the beginning of a very long journey. However, I think I will leave it here today, and I invite you to first have compassion towards the men around you, or if you're a man, have compassion towards your journey and your background and the things that have happened and have not happened in your favor. I invite you, both men and women, to stop blaming and assigning fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. What matters is that we are responsible for whatever happened. Responsibility is not fault, it's not blame. It is the responsibility. We are able to respond. So how you choose to respond is completely up to you. What happened to you most likely was not 100% up to you. Most likely you couldn't do anything about it. What you do right now, however, it is 100% of your creation. So compassion, shake hands with the past, take responsibility, and if you're still too caught up in the invisible threats of this toxic upbringing, I invite you to take some space, take some time away from people, from media, from any kind of toxicity, from any kind of busyness, and reconnect to your nature. Give yourself enough time to reflect on the life that you have lived and to decide if you're proud of it, to decide how much of it you have chosen for yourself or how much you have chased something else, something that somebody told you. I invite you to come out of that and make a commitment. Decide that you will be and do something different, that your path is going to be defined by the man you found in your solitude and not by the man that somebody else is telling you you have to be. I hope this was useful for all of you, and if you like it or if you have any questions, please comment below, and I love you. Cheers.